have a dream, that of a peaceful world where each person is happy and has reached their full potential. But I also realize that we cannot have peace until people are hungry and poor. This is why I work in the agri-food sector. I want to contribute to the reduction of poverty and hunger. Today, I live and work in Burkina Faso, in West Africa, and some months ago, I founded Agribusiness TV, which is the first youth in agriculture web TV in Africa. But before telling you more about what I do today, I would like to take you briefly through my agricultural journey. I was born and grew up in Mauritius, a small country in the Indian Ocean. When I was at school, I did not have a specific objective of what I want to do as a job later. I took agriculture a bit by chance. I was going through the list of courses provided by the university. I saw agriculture and I said, okay, let's give it a try. In Mauritius, agriculture is not regarded as cool. It's not common to take agriculture for your studies. Some people even told me that, there is no job in the agricultural sector in Mauritius. Why are you even taking that course? But I felt that, okay, let's try something new. It might work out. Now, throughout my studies, I was not aiming to have a job in the ministry or the private sector, because I knew anyway that we don't have enough jobs for everyone. So I wanted to observe a bit and find a niche for myself. Now it was a new world that I discovered, working in the field, interacting with the crops and the animals, and the passion for agriculture. This is where for me it developed. Now I liked writing. So I created a blog where I started to write about my experience in agriculture on my blog. 1 year later, I saw that there was an international competition for youth in agriculture. I submitted my blog for that competition. And guess what? I won the first prize. And that made me really happy because being from a tiny island, I came out first from African, Caribbean, and Pacific countries. So that really boosted my confidence. I usually hear that, sky is the limit. But at that time, I realized that there's no limit at all. If you have an idea or you want to do something, you can just do it. Now we are in 2012, and I got a job in an international organization in the Netherlands. So I moved from Mauritius to the Netherlands. I was working on a youth in agriculture project. We were using ICT to explore the potential and bring youth back to agriculture. I was really happy with my job. I was working with young people, I was involved in organizing competitions, workshops, trainings, and I was also traveling a bit. So I was getting to discover new countries, people, and that was something that I always dreamt of, and I was living it. But some 2 years later, something changed. I felt that I'm working behind my screen in the office all the time, and I'm losing touch with the ground, with agriculture. And at the same time, I got married. Now me and my husband were living in 2 different countries. I was in the Netherlands, he was in Burkina Faso. But we were both working in the agricultural sector. So we wanted to find something that could get us to work together. And now, being in the agricultural sector for, let's say, 5 years, I have been attending many meetings and conferences, and we keep on saying, how do we get youth in agriculture? How do we make it more attractive? We usually say, okay, let's promote success stories of young people so that it inspires others. Then I thought, if we as young people, we don't do it ourselves, who will do that? This is where the concept of Agribusiness TV came from. We wanted to create a web TV where we do videos of young agripreneurs from Africa that could inspire others, that could show a positive image of agriculture. And now we could not, let's say, implement the project right away because you cannot just move from concept to implementation. We did not have the time nor the resources. But again, let's say we were lucky, we saw a call for proposal. We wrote a proposal, we submitted, and we got a grant. So now we had something to work on. So I left my job in the Netherlands, and I came to Burkina Faso. And some months later, we launched Agribusiness TV. Now, what is Agribusiness TV? It is a web and mobile application where we produce short videos of 4 to 8 minutes on young agricultural entrepreneurs from Africa. What we want to do is to show the positive image of agriculture that normally the media does not cover. We want to show that agriculture is not just at production level. There are different types of jobs that you can have in the sector. Now, myself, while working on these, with these young persons, on their stories, I really found some really interesting cases which I would like to share with you. So we'll go for a short trip to Africa. First up, we go to Burkina Faso. Richard works as a project coordinator in an NGO. Now, in parallel, he has a poultry farm where he has around 1,000 birds. Now, Richard saw that in Burkina Faso, people like the local chicken for the taste, but it took a long time to grow. On the other hand, the commercial chicken, it grew faster but did not have the same taste. So he decided to do crossbreeding of the two and came up with a breed that had the taste of the local chicken but grew faster. And this increased his profitability. Now, Richard is planning to increase the size of his farm, and then he wants to leave his job in the NGO and give full time to his business. Next, we stop in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Axel was a banker. He left his job to be a chocolate maker. So his story, according to Axel, Côte d'Ivoire is the main producer of cocoa. But what was happening is that they were exporting it. They don't process it within the country. So he wanted to change that trend. He wanted to transform the cocoa within his country. So he went into the making of chocolate. Now he also had a humble start. He learned how to make his chocolate in his mother's kitchen. Today he's employing many people, and he's producing chocolate for big brands and companies in Côte d'Ivoire. Now, our last stop, we will go to Cameroon, where we meet Flavien. Flavien lives in the city. He saw that people like to grow crops, but many of them don't do it because they don't have a space in their house or in their yard. So he came up with this, which is an aquaponic kit. It allows you to grow crops in your house. So you can just grow tomatoes in your house, pluck it, and then you cook it directly. So these are the type of stories that we promote through Agribusiness TV. We want to inspire young people. We want them to travel, to see what's been happening in other places, neighboring countries, that they can adapt in their own context. I still remember that day we were launching Agribusiness TV, and we were not sure how people would react to it. Would they like it, not like it? We didn't know. But now looking at the statistics, I would say that it's been very encouraging. In just 7 months, we produced over 35 videos covering over 10 countries. And our videos got over 1.5 million views so far. And our mobile application has been downloaded by over 3,500 people. And it's not only that, our Facebook page now almost have 80,000 fans. And these statistics really encourages us to continue. It shows that the interest is here. Young people are interested in what we are doing, and it's creating an impact. And when I look back, I think that all of this has been possible because I have dared and I have taken risks in life. I have always followed my passion and never settled with what I had. I always wanted to do more. Each morning when I wake up, I am happy knowing that I am contributing for a positive change, making the world a better place. And for me, there's nothing more fulfilling than that. Thank you.